they'll be grafting for that as well.
As we are on the way here at Holker Street, Barrow attacking from left to right in the first half, wearing their white shirts with the blue sleeves and that blue stripe down the side, blue shorts and the blue socks. Blackpool in their traditional all tangerine kit, attacking towards the steelworks end, having possession with Sonny Carey. Back to Callum Connolly, who sends that long switched ball out to the right hand side, searching for the run of Jensen Weir there, but it creeps out of play for a throw in to Barrow inside their own half. Both sides very much matching up in terms of formations, isn't it? It looks as though Owen Dale is going to lead the line for Blackpool with Dembele and Sonny Carey just dropping that little bit deeper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks like they've matched up perfectly here, but it should be a good game, Adam. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to watching Dembele when he burst onto the scene as well. At 16 years old at Celtic, he was unbelievable, and everybody was like talking about him. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's about. But yeah, it should be a good game for everybody.
So it's Blackpool in possession again, threaded through to that right hand side, and here is Dembele now just showing some good footwork in the centre of that midfield. Knocks the ball back into the feet of Virtue. Now Kenny Dougal back to Virtual again, and inside it goes to Callum Connolly. Sonny Carey, good strong challenge coming in there from Lucas Stevenson, making his debut. Blackpool have the ball again at the back inside their own half. Of course, just a reminder, in the event of a draw this evening, we will go straight to a penalty shootout to decide who gets the bonus point in the group game. And of course, it is also worth noting, two previous meetings between Barrow and Blackpool have ended in 0-0 draws and resulted in penalties. Barrow, of course, winning the penalty shootout in the League Cup first round last season, and then kick-started their Football League campaign with a 0-0 draw and a penalty shootout defeat in this very competition at Bloomfield Road 3 seasons ago. Blackpool send the ball forward, cut out by James Chester. Jed Garner gets an opportunity on the halfway line, held up a bit too long there, looking for the run of David Worrell, and it's back in the end with Richard O'Donnell in the Blackpool goal. Just so avoiding that quick counter-attack there, wasn't it? David Worrell maybe just not fully up to speed yet on his return from injury.
Yeah, that's it. And because Blackpool are keeping the ball, Barrow are dropping deep, keeping the shape. We know they can do that. And Pete Ward, you can see straight away, he's letting Blackpool have it because he'll know how good they are on the ball. But yeah, when you do that, get that counter-attack opportunity, you need to squeeze up the pitch a little bit quicker.
Blackpool fed the ball through, and it's cut out by James Chester. It's clearing, so he's blocked. It's back out to Dominic Thompson on the left-hand side, floats it into the box. James Chester back there again defending, puts it behind. It's going to be the first corner of the game, just 3 minutes in. In fact, no, it must have been a late flag there by the assistant referee, and it is going to be a free kick to Barrow. In fact, maybe he's given a goal kick there.
I think he's given a goal kick. That was never a goal kick. And judging by their striker Dale as well, he was livid. But yeah, that was never a goal kick.
That's what made me think that maybe there was a late flag in there from the assistant referee. But Josh Lewis has taken it to the goal kick area, and he's going to send this ball forward for Barrow. 4 minutes played. Barrow 0, Blackpool 0. On BBC Radio Cumbria Sport is Blackpool in possession again with Dembele. Just knocks the ball out to Jensen Weir, looking to release Owen Dale with the ball into that right-hand channel. Tillman Warren chases it down well there for Barrow. Almost keeps it in play in the end, Owen Dale, to be fair to him, but does creep out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, it looks quick up front, Dale actually there against Warren, but I think Warren had it covered, just slowing down so he could just shield the ball. But it was an open opportunity for Blackpool there, just overhit pass.
Already twice we've seen the bright footwork, isn't it, from Karamoka. Dembele certainly still showing the ability that he had, as you say, when he came onto the scene at just 16 years old.
Yeah, you can see already straight away he's sharp. He'll take the ball wherever because he knows he's comfortable on it. And
ball sent forward. Duffus trying to get him behind there, but Epatita knocks it back to O'Donnell, who's putting the pressure there by Courtney Duffus, but in the end he controls it, and it's Callum Connolly now who will bring it out from that left side centre half role. Knocks it inside to Epatita, and the towering figure of his plays a 1-2 with Kenny Dougal. It's back out to Callum Connolly, who captains the side. Again, back inside it goes to Epatita, and the former Leyton Orient man will just stroll out from the back. Plays a 1-2 with Virtue. Now to Dembele, then back it goes again to Epatita. just happy enough, just knocking the ball around casually at the back. Eventually Sam Foley will step up and put the pressure on, and the ball forward is brought down by Elliot Newby. He'll turn and knock it back into the feet of his goalkeeper, Josh Lillis.
Yeah, I was just watching Adam Temple there, and I was watching him even while Blackpool had the ball as well, and he was clapping and he was telling them to keep the shape. You can see him, he's like not letting them squeeze too far forward, so it's obviously something they've worked on. And as soon as they won it back, that's exactly, he just started standing up clapping, so it's obviously something they've worked on and something they've looked at that Blackpool do.
Does look as though Pete Wild is taking up position at the top of the stand again, doesn't it, over on the Brian Arrowsmith stand on the far side.
Yeah, usual position. Was it 20 minutes he'll be down in the dugout probably.
Gotts plays it into Stevenson. Nice little turn and pass from him into the feet of Rory Feely, who comes forward now for Barrow. Outside it goes again to Stevenson. Nice little thready ball to Worrell on this right hand side. Worrell delivers into the box, headed away by Ekpiteta. Again, it's closed down by Lucas Stevenson, and he's very much out there looking to impress, and he's done so far.
Yeah, and he's got to. It's his debut. He's on loan from Liverpool, so he should be a good player. You'd expect him to be a good player, and Pete Wild brought him to the club for that reason. But he's coming into a squad, a team that's flying in the league. He's got to make an impression in these games if he wants to get in that league team as well.
Yeah, his first ever senior loan move for Lucas Stevenson, but as you say, he's a player that is held in high regard at Liverpool. He's captained their under-21 side recently, and only last summer was awarded a new deal by the club, so very much shows that they're wanting to really see his development now, isn't he, with this move?
Yeah, and like we said with James and Grandy as well, he needs the men's football. That's probably what they've looked at. They know he'll be good at academy level and under-21 level, and that's why he's captain, and that's why he got that new deal. It's just he needs to go out and get that experience of what it's like to play in these sort of games.
Ball goes forward there by Blackpool over hits. Going to run out of play for a Barrow throw-in inside their own half. We've played 7.5 minutes in this first half here at Holker Street. Still Barrow 0, Blackpool 0 on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. There has been a goal early in the EFL trophy though, and Northampton have taken the lead against Oxford United. And by 1-0 there. Tiny Simpson penalty on 4 minutes separating the two sides. Sam Foley again knocks the ball back to Josh Lillis inside the Barrow goal. Just takes a couple of touches inside his penalty area. No one really making a move for him yet, and eventually has to send the ball long looking for Courtney Duffus. It's headed away by Doug Tharm. Barrow get possession back again. Sam Foley into Jed Garner, but again, some good defending work there by Blackpool. Feely will just flick it back to James Chester. And now it's back with Josh Lillis in the Barrow goal. Such a nice feeling, finally being able to say the name James Chester after so many times covering Barrow, with him having to be referred to as experienced trialist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? And it's been one in the making. But yeah, apparently he's been doing well in training and while he's on trial with the club as well. So it's a great coup for Barrow, and if he can stay injury free, I think it'll be an absolute fantastic signing.
Barrow at the back again with Josh Lillis inside his penalty area, sends it long out to this left hand side, and again it's Tharm who gets there ahead of Courtney Duffus. Barrow pick up the second ball though, and it's Elliot Newby. Inside it goes to Gotts. Now back with James Chester. Into Stevenson, just rides off a challenge and then knocks it across to Rory Feely, who'll look to try and release David Worrell with the ball down the line. It's just going to run all the way through, goes on a play. It's going to be a Blackpool goal kick. Still 0-0. Goal kick taken quickly, and it's into the feet now of Marvin Ekpiteta, who brings the ball forward. I hope that's not the sound of a drum from the Barrow end here at Holker Street.
I think it is.
Connolly knocks it inside to his goalkeeper Richard O'Donnell. Sends the ball long out to this left hand side, looking for Dominic Thompson, who stretches out a foot, can't get it under control, and it's out of play, and it's going to be a Barrow throw. 10 minutes in to this first half here at Holker Street, still goalless.
Yeah, they've tried that a few times already in the first 10 minutes, like the big switch from the centre half. They keep it for a while, slow the play down, then you can see the two wingers are really high and they try and hit on the diag straight away, but they've just overhit it the last few times. But it's something that they're looking at to do as well.
Final throw, which is launched forward there by Rory Feely, flicked on by Courtney Duffus. Jed Garner trying to turn there, but Blackpool get the possession back, and it's across to Doug Tharm, who carries it forward, sends it out to that right hand side, now into the feet of Owen Dale. Goes down under a challenge there from James Chester, and it will be a Blackpool free kick inside the Barrow half, just towards that right hand side, which is taken quickly into the feet of Ekpiteta, and now it's Connolly who'll come forward. Inside it goes to Kenny Dougal, holds it up and then releases a great ball into the box. Barrow need to be careful here. It's Dominic Thompson, hooks the ball back here for Sonny Carey, who just couldn't get the shot away. Comes back to Dougal, now Connolly into Dougal. Carey will knock out to this left hand side now here for Dominic Thompson. Barrow at the minute just standing well. Connolly sprays it across now, and it's with Virtue. Now Doug Tharm. Barrow initially surviving the early onslaught, but Blackpool coming again with Dembele, and he's clipped down. It's going to be a free kick right on the corner of the penalty area, but very much a dangerous delivery there from Blackpool. Thankfully for Barrow, no one getting on the end of it.
It was it with their wingers that high, like I was saying before. They've obviously looked at the spacing behind the wing backs, and that's what it was there. Great run, and to be fair, strikers should be gambling earlier, but yeah, Barrow got lucky there. It was a good bit of play by Blackpool.
You expected to see Jensen Weir pull the trigger there, didn't you? He was in such a great position, and as you said, there was no one in a tangerine shirt to get on the end of a pullback, but I suppose that's the thankful for Barrow that he did try that pullback in there.
Yeah, exactly, and he would expect a striker to be there, someone like Dale or even Thompson coming in at the back post a bit quicker.
There's a free kick though in a good position. Sonny Carey runs over it. It's Dembele who hits it, gets it over the bar out of play for a goal kick to Barrow. Certainly first real scare there for Barrow at the back, and I'd say it's more a case of they've got lucky there.
Yeah, I think they have. Should have been punished a little bit more than that, I reckon. So, but yeah, I think Barrow just need to squeeze a little bit higher, get up the pitch, and not let Blackpool have it so easy, because they can just pick a pass like that.
It's going to be a goal kick which Josh Lillis once again prepares to take. BBC Radio Cumbria Sport here at Holker Street. Don't forget, coming across on all frequencies, but just prior to the start of the Carlisle United game, you will need to switch. As here come Blackpool again into the box for a strike on goal there in the end from Dembele. Just gets it wrong though, goes out of play, but again Blackpool getting in just far too easily there.
It was, and it came from Josh Lewis' kick, and their defender headed it away, and James Chester come over when I don't think he really needed to, into Rory Feely's space. Feely headed it, and that's when it got in behind that way, because Chester was out of position. But I expect Dembele to be doing better there, especially on his left foot.
Still 0-0, but another bit of surviving there for Barrow. Lewis's ball forward again is cut out by Connolly. Inside it goes, challenged by James Chester, and now Robbie Gotts will just touch it back to Josh Lillis, who captains Barrow this evening. Just carries it out to the edge of his penalty area, and now we'll look to send the ball forward into the Blackpool half. Again, Courtney Duffus is the target, being wrestled there by Doug Tharm. No free kick given. Blackpool come forward, offside flag goes up against Owen Dale. It is going to be a free kick to Barrow.
Yeah, it could have been a free kick to Barrow earlier on, Duffus, but I don't know. I think that's 15 minutes now. I don't think they've gone short. They've gone long every time, and they haven't won a header yet. There's two strikers or Duffus up front who your target man is really, instead of Garner, and I think he just needs to do a little bit better, be a bit more of a presence, and put himself about a bit more, because it just shows there it dropped to a Blackpool player, and the correct ball, the correct run, and they were in easily. So it just needs to win some headers or play it a little bit shorter.
It's certainly one of those now, isn't it, for the strikers? I mean, for Jed Garner, for Courtney Duffus tonight, you really do need to try and stand out and impress. Something like 6 forwards now that Barrow have on the books this season, with the arrival of Dom Telford, of course.
Absolutely, and you look at Aqua, who's who's been immense since he's come in as well, and I'm a massive fan of Proctor. I think he just sets everything up for Barrow as well. His hold-up play is unbelievable, so you've got to come into these games, and if you're Garner and Duffus here, you've got to show something really exceptional, but a goal maybe, and hopefully, and then you'll get a bit of confidence, and that's how you've got to show your manager what you're about.
It's going to be a free kick to Barrow on the halfway line, which Tyrrell Warren looks like he's going to be left to be the man to take. In fact, Robbie Gotts has just come back now, so he's going to deliver this ball forward. We've played 15 and a half minutes here in this first half. Everyone back in a long line there of tangerine shirts for Blackpool as Gotts delivers that ball forward. Jed Garner rises, does make contact with the ball, but it's dealt with easily. And Tyrrell Warren now will roll the ball back to his goalkeeper Josh Lillis. Lillis now just carries it towards the edge of the penalty area. Eventually sends that long ball again, looking for Courtney Duffus. Again, it's far too high there for Duffus, and Tham will just drop back a couple of yards, win the header, puts it out of play for a Barrow throw-in on this left-hand side. I mean, how long now would you give it before you start changing that tactic? Because it's clearly not working.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just literally thinking the same thing, Adam. They've tried to hit Duffus every time, and he's lost it every time. Sometimes not his own fault, but I would like to see him jump rather than try and wrestle.
Again, the ball goes forward, and Duffus this time does elevate himself, but the ball avoids everyone, and Blackpool have it at the back again here with Dominic Thompson.
But at least that time when you see him jump, he's a monster, whatever he's called, and it's tough, but he put him off and the ball went through, and if Garner's gambling, he could get on it. It's just, I'd like to see him jump a little bit more rather than wrestle with the centre-backs.
Ekpiteta again knocks it into Dembele. Back it goes again to Ekpiteta, and now it's Callum Connolly, still goalless here at Holker Street. Oxford have equalised against Northampton. 1-1 the scoreline in that one. The other early kickoffs all goalless at the minute in the first half of the EFL Trophy action. Carlisle getting underway, of course, at 7:45. The ball goes forward, and it's touched down a play by Robbie Gotts, and it is going to be another corner here for Blackpool in the 18th minute.
Yeah, good tracking by Gotts. To be fair, recognised the midfield runners running past the strikers. You've got to do that dirty work as well, and goes out for a corner. But good tracking. He's tracking his runner.
Corner to be taken out on this right-hand side. Plenty of players inside the penalty box. Barrow with everyone back as the corner comes right into the mix. James Chester gets up onto the chest of Elliot Newby. He can only slice it up into the air. Eventually Barrow clear onto the feet of Dominic Thompson, but his flick carries out of play, and it will be a throw into Barrow over on that left-hand side. Again, just a bit of panic defending there from Barrow, isn't it? Instead of just, being composed like we have seen them at times this season.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know why they just don't seem to have started this game like they normally do, like we've seen in the league, and it just doesn't seem much intensity.
Throw-in taken by Barrow into James Chester, and now it's back with Josh Lillis inside the Barrow goal. Sends it long again. This time David Worrell is the target. Dominic Thompson gets there ahead of him, and now Blackpool get the ball back out to Thompson on this left-hand side. Back into the feet of Callum Connolly, now into Ekpiteta. He just takes his strides forward to the halfway line and then sends the ball through for Dembele. Nice little touch from him out to Jensen Weir on the right. Bit of space for him to run into. Back inside to Dembele, and now into Virtue. Pushing towards the corner of the penalty area. Dembele will turn against Sam Foley. Goes down inside the area. Still in possession, Blackpool with Dominic Thompson. Now inside it goes to Dougal. Back to Thompson, and eventually the referee Matt Colett will bring a halt to it because Dembele is still down in some discomfort in the penalty area. The medical team will be called on to see him.
Yeah, I don't think he's appealing for anything. He was inside the box. I don't think he's appealing for any penalty or anything like that, but I think he looks like he's holding his hand or something. Whether he got stood on or anything like that, I'm not sure, but if he's not that hurt, he should have got up because his team were on the attack, but you never know.
It is an interesting one to see the referee bring a halt to it, isn't it? Because normally that's only limited to head injuries or what the referee would consider to be, a serious injury in there. It doesn't look, as you say, to be that serious concern. It certainly isn't a head injury. He is getting himself back to his feet again now, and just makes a strange one that the referee would bring a halt to play in that proceeding.
Yeah, it was, and like you say, if he's not injured, get up, because your team was on the attack. But yeah, from a referee's point of view, there was no need to stop it at all. But he was rolling around and throwing his arm around and stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
He's back to his feet, Kenamoko Dembele, and he's being walked across to the touchline by the Blackpool medical team. Dominic Thompson will just throw the ball back into the hands of Matt Cole, the referee, who's carrying the ball towards the halfway line. Is that where they were stood when the referee blew the whistle?
I don't think so.
Just drops the ball down at the feet of Dominic Thompson, and play gets back underway again. Still 0-0 the scoreline. 21 minutes played in this first half here at Holker Street. Dembele's looking like he's set to come back on. And it's Blackpool now inside in the feet of Ekpiteta. Into Connolly now, back to Ekpiteta again. Inside their own half, just in that centre half position, carries it towards the halfway line, then sends a long ball looking for the run of Dominic Thompson. David Worrell just chest it back to his goalkeeper Josh Lillis, and Dembele will come back onto the field, so Blackpool back to the full quota of 11 men.
Yeah, good defending by Worrell there. Actually, it's that diagonal ball that they've been looking for all the time, and chest it back to his goalkeeper nice and calm.
Goes forward from Lillis. Jed Garner rising against Ekpiteta. Comes to Robbie Gotts. And again, Courtney Duffus second best to the ball. Blackpool clear. Warren will just retreat back and then knocks it back into the feet of his goalkeeper Josh Lillis. Now outside to Rory Feely. Feely playing the ball off Sonny Carey, then moving inside. Finds Sam Foley. Foley into the feet of Jed Garner. Now James Chester gets it out to Tyrrell Warren out on that left side centre half roll. Plays it into Elliot Newby. It's a over-hit back pass there from Newby, which Warren has to retreat back to. And again, it's back with Josh Lillis in the Barrow goal. And very much a lot like last week now in the Lancashire Cup final. And I know it was something that annoyed Niall Canavan when he was on commentary with me. It was that the amount of times that Barrow played the ball backwards, and they're doing a lot of that tonight, although they do have the ball here now inside the Blackpool half with Robbie Gotts into Sam Foley. Foley threads it into Lucas Stevenson, lifts it into the area, cleared away. Blackpool battling now in possession, and they have it back inside their own half, but is very much again a similar tactic to what they seem to be employing here, is a lot of backward passes as opposed to maybe showing that ambition, trying to get the ball forward.
Yeah, I think I was going to say the same before. There was it went into Jed Garner and got laid off to, I think it was Foley, and he went back. He went backwards. And Robbie Gotts was screaming at him. He was more of an advanced position, and that's what it is. You've got to take these games in this, especially if you want to get in that league side that's flying in the league as well. You've got to show a bit of intensity and that you want to be involved, and it's just not happening. It's too easy.
Ball bounces off Jed Garner, goes on to play for a Blackpool throw, which is taken quickly back into the feet of Ekpiteta, and now it's Callum Connolly outside to Thompson on his left hand side. Into the middle it goes with Kenny Dougal, now back with Callum Connolly. Back into the feet of Ekpiteta, who brings the ball forward again from the back. Knocks it outside to Doug Tharm, and now it's Dembele. Plays it through there, looking for Owen Dale. Cleared by James Chester. Robbie Gotts tries to flick it in the middle for Sam Foley. I'll get possession back again now, and it's Courtney Duffus holding it up on the halfway line with his bright pink boots. And now it's outside to David Worrell. Inside to Rory Feely, getting the appreciation from the supporters for the passing move here. Outside to Tyrrell Warren, his ball through those cuts out, and here come Blackpool now wading forward here, and it's a good run there by Jensen Weir. Now Virtue gets it out to Dembele. Down the line it goes for Virtue. Sends a deep ball into the box. Warren taking no chances with a diving header behind for a Blackpool corner.
Yeah, it just comes from a sloppy pass from Warren as well, and I think that's what it is. It's just there's no intensity from anybody, and as soon as somebody gives it away, they don't get it back, and then it's just too easy for Blackpool at the minute, and Barrow need to just sharpen up.
Corner taken short. out with Dembele over on the far side, and then knocks it into the feet of Callum Connolly, but Barrow again can squeeze possession away, but Blackpool have that loose ball now on the halfway line with Dominic Thompson. Chips it out towards the right hand side, but that's going to run out of play. It is going to be a throw into Barrow over on the left hand side. 25 minutes on the clock here. EFL Trophy action, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 0. You can get involved with the show, 81333. Starting a message with the word Cumbria. You can tweet at BBC Cumbria Sport, or you can get us on WhatsApp 08000 321 333. Again, start your message with the word Cumbria. And don't forget, as a reminder, if you are wanting to continue listening to commentary here from Holker Street, you need to make sure that you have your radio on AM frequencies or DAB+, because from around 20 to 7 we will be switching, and if you are listening via FM or Freeview channel 721, you will be heading to the Wham Stadium for Accrington Stanley against Carlisle United. It's Blackpool in possession inside their own half here with Marvin Pateta. Got the attendance through early, 1,436, with 202 of those who have made the trip from Blackpool. And it's Blackpool in possession inside the Barrow half now with Owen Dale. Outside to Weir, it's a deep ball into the area. Rory Feely can only slice it up into the air, and eventually it's cleared away by Jed Garner. And Blackpool get possession back again on the halfway line, but again, getting a lot of space out on that right hand side.
Yeah, they are. It was a wicked ball in as well. To be fair, Feely did well. I know he just got it up in the air, but it was a difficult one to deal with, and he did well to get it away.
Great challenge from Lucas Stevenson on the halfway line, and Barrow now have it with Jed Garner. Back it goes to Rory Feely, to Worrell. David Worrell taking a touch, then knocks it back inside for Jed Garner, across to Robbie Gotts. Nice build-up play here from Barrow. Gotts out to Elliot Newby over on the left-hand side, takes a couple of touches, delivers a ball into the box onto the head of Doug Tharm. It's going to be picked up again now by Rory Feely on the halfway line, just carries the ball away from Owen Dale and then gets it out to Tyrrell Warren. The referee will bring it back for the foul on Rory Feely, and it will be a free kick to Barrow on the halfway line. But it just shows, doesn't it, when Barrow do get the ball down and really have a go at Blackpool, they certainly can make it matter.
Yeah, it just comes from Worrell, just playing it inside to Garner. He turns, rather than going back first time or anything like that, he turns and we go out the other side and get across in the box. But it obviously led to nothing, but it was a lot better than the first 25 minutes that we've watched so far.
So here come Barrow again. Robbie Gotts again outside to Elliot Newby over on this left hand side. Couple of step overs from Newby, brings it to the byline, delivers it into the box towards Dullfish. It's headed away again by Doug Tharm for a throw into Barrow deep inside the Blackpool half on this left hand side.
Yeah, better play again. Gotts out to Newby, and we know he can go either way, he can go left or right foot, and it keeps the defender guessing.
First opportunity for Rory Feely to deliver one of his trademark long throws into the penalty area here. James Chester has made his way into the box. Tyrrell Warren just stands on his own on the halfway line for Barrow as Feely does launch it in towards James Chester. It's cleared away there by Blackpool. A big booming clearance as Robbie Gotts flicks the ball back to Tyrrell Warren, and he sends the ball long out looking for David Worrell. Dominic Thompson certainly close to David Worrell there. Worrell goes to ground. Jed Garner continues with the ball towards the touchline, but it goes out of play and it will be a throw into Blackpool. And Ian Everett, well, they're very much protesting the case with the fourth official that he felt that should have really been a free kick there for Barrow.
Yeah, I think it probably did look like a free kick and could have easily been given one, but I don't think David Worrell complained too much either. It's just one of them where you're backing in.
Worrell goes into a challenge there with Dominic Thompson, just maybe a case of, yep, you can be strong with me, but I can be strong with you as well. And it has left Dominic Thompson down on the deck. It will be a throw into Blackpool when we resume. He gets back to his feet, and now it's his turn to turn and have a look towards the referee to say, well, here we go.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We know he's good in the air. Worrell for a small guy as well. He's good in the air, but you can just, I've been there myself, and you can just leave one on them when you're above them as well. It's brilliant, but yeah, it wasn't a foul either.
Still 0-0 the scoreline here. 30 minutes on the clock as the throw-in goes down the line onto the head of Rory Feely. Sam Foley will just touch it on, but it just drops out of play for a throw-in to Blackpool on this left-hand side, which Dominic Thompson takes. The referee will say no, you're taking that from too far forward, get yourself back a bit. And now gives him a warning towards his choice of words towards the officials. Normally it's with the new directive, you would expect to see him not give him the warning. You'd expect to see the card being shown straight away if it's that bad towards him. The long ball goes forward by Ekpiteta. That just drops out of play for goal kick to Barrow. So the game's getting underway in the EFL Trophy. Wrexham against Newcastle on the 21s has just gone underway. Barnsley against Grimsby also about to get underway there. 7:30 kickoffs. Don't forget from 7:45. Carlisle United taking on Accrington Stanley on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. So again, just a reminder, if you are wanting to continue listening to commentary here from Holker Street, make sure that you're on DAB Plus and medium wave frequencies. FM and Freeview, you'll be getting James Phillips and Simon Grand from the Wham Stadium as Barrow give possession away into the feet there of Sonny Carey, who takes a shot which is blocked. Work back out to Jensen Weir on the right hand side. Now Matty Virtue, good deep delivery into the area again. Barrow clear only as far as Callum Connolly. Now Dembele. Barrow again clear, and eventually a foul on Sam Foley, and it will be a free kick to Barrow, and again Barrow surviving.
Yeah, they did, and it was Foley again. I know he's just got the foul, but it was him with the block on the edge of the box as well. It was Chester that gave it away, and the other shot, but luckily Foley bailed him out a little bit.
32 minutes played here at Holker Street. Still Barrow 0, Blackpool 0. Josh Lewis getting ready to send the free kick forward here for Barrow. It's a long one again into the Blackpool half. Jed Garner the target this time, headed away. Picked up by Sam Foley. Now Robbie Gotts out to Elliot Newby. Tyrrell Warren, down the line it goes again for Robbie Gotts. Now it's into the feet of Courtney Duffus on the edge of the area, takes a shot on, and in the end it bobbles into the hands of Richard O'Donnell.
Much better plays. He comes from, I know we said about Lillis' kicks as well, but Ekpiteta, he wins the header this time, but because you're literally 20 yards further up the pitch, it falls to Foley, and a little bit of 1-2 around the box and gets a shot away. Much better.
Yeah, certainly push bodies forward now, haven't they, Barrow, and just looking that bit more attacking, aren't they, instead of setting back and seeing what Blackpool offer. Do you think maybe the way that Blackpool did things in the pre-season friendly has given Barrow that bit of a thought of, being too wary regards throwing bodies forward?
Yeah, maybe, and it might be something that Pete Wilde's worked on and said keep them out, keep them quiet, or sit off them for a bit and then we'll compress them, but they're coming here.
Dembele threads the ball through here for Owen Dale, who's got in space, puts the ball into the side netting. It must have taken a touch of a Barrow man though, and it is going to be a corner here for Blackpool.
Yeah, I don't know if Lily saved it or it was Feely getting across, but one of them blocked it so good, but good bit of play from Blackpool, to be fair. Broke the lines. Dembele's in between midfielders and centre backs and just picks a pass out, but good block or good save. Couldn't see which one it was.
Anyway, it's a corner here for Blackpool. 34th minute here at Holker Street. Corner swung in from the right into the penalty area. It flicks off the top of the head of James Chester. David Worrell trying to clear his lines. Now it's Lucas Stevenson at the back there cleaning up. And now here come Barrow with Courtney Duffus. He just wades forward there. He's brought down by Douglas Tham. It will be a free kick to Barrow. I think we're going to see the first card of the evening as well here being produced to the Blackpool centre half, Douglas Tham.
Yeah, it has to be a card, and it's a foul on Duffus to stop him from progressing up the pitch. But Lucas Stevenson, two great headers inside his own box to clear as well, so he did brilliantly to clear it out.
The yellow card produced to the Blackpool centre half. First time that Courtney Duffus has got the better of him as well this evening, and it's with the ball at feet, which, as we were saying earlier, it's finally reverting back to that tactic.
Yeah, it is, and this is where it is now. He's a centre back. He's been booked. You play on him a little bit more and try and get around him, and them little 1-2s, and hopefully he does give another foul away.
It's David Worrell with the free kick here for Barrow. Takes it short into the feet there of Robbie Feely. Flag goes up though, and it is going to be a free kick to Blackpool.
He was offside, and it was a great free kick by Worrell. He's just too switched on, and Rory Feely, maybe as a centre-back playing in a centre-forward's position, but was just on his heels.
As it's inside in the middle, we are due to split. So once again, a reminder, if you are wanting to listen to commentary here from Holker Street, make sure you're on DAB Plus and on medium wave frequencies, because listeners on FM and Freeview are about to join James Phillips and the former Carlisle and Barrow defender Simon Grand at the WAM Stadium for Accrington against Carlisle United. So once again, if you want to be continuing here at Holker Street, make sure you're on DAB Plus and on medium wave. Blackpool have it with Sonny Carey. Inside it goes to Kenny Dougal. It's a good lifted ball over the top. Dembele stretching a foot into the hands of Josh Lewis, and this game suddenly has opened up massively. Jason Walker.
Yeah, it is. It's coming to life a little bit. Both teams are going for it a little bit more. Blackpool are trying that little one in behind now as well. You can see from out to in, Dembele and Carey as well. They're coming from out to in. Not Carey, sorry, Dale as well, coming out from in and making a run in behind. And yeah, it's opening up and making up for a lot better game than we've seen so far.
Blackpool have it inside their own half. Douglas Tharm up against Courtney Duffus, lifts the ball forward, and it's out of play. It is going to be a throw-in to Barrow on the halfway line, as it's thrown now into the feet of James Chester here now for Barrow. Inside it goes to Rory Feely. Now Lucas Stevenson, a great ball over the top from him. David Worrell just couldn't quite get there. Callum Connolly did a great job to shield up and wins a free kick, but what a ball that was from Lucas Stevenson.
It was brilliant, 'cause you don't see it much when you're watching, but he took the touch and at the corner of his eye, so he's aware, he's already had that look before the ball comes to him, that Worrell's spun in behind, and to recognise it and do it at the same time, fantastic, and let's show him what he's about.
This is Douglas Thompson now on this left-hand side. Inside it goes to Sonny Carey. Now back to Callum Connolly. Marvin Ekpiteta just carrying the ball across from the back. Inside it goes to Kenny Dougal, the Australian international. Will just touch it on to Matty Virtue. Comes back out to the right-hand side for Douglas Tharm, and now it's back again with Virtue inside his own half. Just happily keeping possession, Blackpool, just looking for that opportunity to release. Barrow have just got their shape right now, haven't they? They are looking a lot more balanced and a lot more structured inside there.
They are. They were probably about 10 yards further up the pitch as well. It was too easy for Blackpool earlier on, but they are putting a lot more pressure. You see Foley's the one pressing the centre-backs now as well.
It's Blackpool again forced back into their own half with Marvin Ekpiteta, who's played 38 minutes, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 0 here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Tharm threads the ball forward. Now it's back again here with Ekpiteta. Looking for the run there of Jensen Weir, who peeled off on that right hand side, but it's an overhit ball, and it is out of play for a throw into Barrow over on the left hand side.
Yeah, I think Weir was looking for inside the fullback there really, and Ekpiteta played it on the outside.
The goal in the EFL Trophy, Forest Green leading by 1-0 against Shrewsbury this evening. All the rest still goalless. Don't forget, 7:45, Carlisle United taking on Accrington Stanley at the WAM Stadium. This game, of course, one of the 5 or 6 games that got underway at 7 o'clock this evening. Barrow have it with Elliot Newby. Back it goes to Rory Feely. Feely, of course, the only player involved from the start tonight that was involved at the weekend from the start, and that 1-0 win against Harrogate. Of course, no league action for Barrow after today until the 16th of September when they make the trip to Newport. So a massive break between now and then. And I know Pete Wild said at the weekend that the players are very much needing of a day off, but it's 11 days without any action after tonight's game. It kind of surprised a lot that there was that many changes.
Yeah, maybe you could have looked at it that way and gone, no, we've not got a game for 11 days. We're going to play not our strongest team. I don't want to be disrespectful to this one, but the team that's been doing well in the league and won it on Saturday. But it's one of them where we've played a lot of games in August as well, so it probably is a welcome rest for some of them.
Robbie Gotts is brought down on the halfway line. Will be a a free kick to Barrow. I think Jason Taylor and Adam Temple just having conversations with the fourth official there. They're feeling that maybe there could have been a card shown, and the fourth official straight across to warn the Barrow bench over their conduct. All three of them crowded round, didn't you? Pete Wild, Adam Temple and Jason Taylor were all there in a line around the fourth official, Stuart Morland, but all three now back on the bench. Ball forward from the free kick for Barrow, just bouncing around on the edge of the area, and eventually Callum Connolly will touch it back to the goalkeeper Richard O'Donnell. Rolls it out to Kenny Dougal, still goalless here into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Great challenge by Robbie Gotts. Referee pulls it back though for a foul, and it will be a free kick to Blackpool on the halfway line.
Yeah, the fourth official's still over there now, isn't he? I don't know what something else must have been said.
Yeah, the referee is now coming across to intervene. I wonder if we will see a card being produced here to the Barrow bench. A yellow card has been produced. I'm not too sure if that's in the direction of Pete Wild, Adam Temple or Jason Taylor. It could well be all three of them, in all fairness.
Yeah, something else must have been said afterwards as well.
The ball's cleared from the free kick, just bouncing around inside the area, and eventually it carries through out of play, and it is going to be a goal kick to Barrow. 41.5 minutes played, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 0 here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sports. Approaching half time. Rory Feely sends the ball forward, flag goes up. I think it's because it carried out a play from the delivery, and it will be a throw-in to Blackpool inside their own half, which Dominic Thompson takes, throws it back to Ekpatita. Courtney Duffus almost cuts it out, but the clearance from Doug Tharm is intercepted by Robbie Gotts. Now Duffus gets it out to Elliot Newby on the left-hand side. Inside it goes to Robbie Gotts. Gotts squares it for Foley, who tries to poke it through there for Jed Garner on the edge of the area. Lucas Stevenson again diving into challenges, but it's Blackpool who wade forward with the ball now with Owen Dale. Good footwork here from the Blackpool forward. David Worrell gets back to make the challenge. Again, good bit of counter-attacking play there for Barrow, just couldn't quite get that final ball this time. Yeah, it was just, we know Foley can hit them from there. Maybe he could have had a shot from there as well, but he tried the little one too. But just got to mention Feely there. A lot of people won't recognise it, but Blackpool on the counter-attack, and Worrell will get all the plaudits for taking the ball off him, but you watch Feely slow him down. Dale's quick as well, so he's slowing him down so one of his teammates can come and help him out. It's absolutely brilliant defending. Wrexham have taken the lead against Newcastle's under 21s on the 13th minute. That's out of the games that have gone underway at 7:30. Here, Barrow coming forward again with Robbie Gotts. Brings it forward from the halfway line, then knocks it back into the feet of Sam Foley. Again though, Barrow taking their eyes off the ball a little there, losing possession. Picked up now by James Chester. Into the feet of Jed Garner. Garner now goes across to Rory Feely into the final minute of this first half. Worrell into Lucas Stevenson. Back it goes again to David Worrell, now into Sam Foley. Good ball forward. Got trying to find Courtney Duffus there with a layoff, but again it's Matty Virtue there to intercept for Blackpool, and now they come forward. Threaded through there again into the feet of Owen Dale, across to Sonny Carey. Nice bit of footwork from him. Gets in under his right foot. It's a great finish from Sonny Carey. Shown far too much respect on the edge of the area, and he cuts through Barrow like a knife. Threads it into the bottom corner of the goal, and on the 45th minute it's Blackpool who get the opener. They lead by 1-0 here at Holker Street. Yeah, you've got to hand it to Blackpool. It was a good counter-attack and good play by the two strikers, Dale and Carey, the finisher in the end. But it comes from Gotts in the final third, in Blackpool's final third. Gotts tried a little one with Duffus, and it doesn't, when he could have just take a touch, go out to Newby. Newby's in so much space. I don't know if it's communication or what it is, or awareness, but
It's just got to keep the ball. I think you've got to keep it more up there, up in Blackpool's final third, and that's how you get punished. Either the League One side give the ball away anywhere on the pitch, you get punished, and that's what happened.
Barrow know how to get something from this game, be it victory or a penalty shootout. They're going to have to do something that they haven't done in their previous 4 meetings with Blackpool, and that is score a goal. 3 0-0 draws and a 2-0 defeat in an FA Cup tie in 1925 from the previous 4 meetings. Barrow now trailing here by 1-0. It's got 2 minutes of time added on to be played at the end of the first half, and Barrow have a throw in inside the Blackpool half, which Rory Feely is going to be the man to take over on the left-hand side. So around the midway point in the half. It's going to go long, though, into the penalty area. James Chester gets up, flicks it on, but it just bounces into the hands of Richard O'Donnell. Just needed somebody to be making that run there, wasn't it? Jed Garner was the only one advanced, and even then the ball went far too far away from him.
Yeah, that's it. They seem to be quite far away. They seem to be quite spread out and not close to each other and playing together. If somebody's going up for a header, you've got to have at least 2 or 3, especially on one of them throw-ins, gambling.
Blackpool come forward now here with Matty Virtue. He's gone in behind Tyrrell Warren a bit too easy there. Cuts the ball across. It's deflected behind. It's going to be a corner to Blackpool, who are ending the first half very much in an ascendancy now on the back of that goal. And they've got an opportunity here now with Sonny Carey, the goal scorer, is going to be the man to deliver this corner in. And I mean, I know Blackpool have probably been the better side in this first half, but I mean, 2-0 would be an absolute sickener to Barrow.
Yeah, it would. They have been the better team and they've created the better chances, but yeah, they need to see out this corner. Luckily, they've taken it short and gone right the way back, but they need to see out this corner because you don't want to be 2-0 down coming into the second half.
Ball launched into the box, headed down. Barrow get it clear. And as far as Kenny Dougal, we're into the last 15 seconds of stoppage time. Connolly, outside it goes to the goal scorer Sonny Carey, who lifts it into the area. Deep ball again, headed to the edge of the box. Virtue gets up there with his foot. In the end, it's cleared, and there goes the half-time whistle, and it's Sonny Carey's goal on the 45th minute, which sees Blackpool in front here at Holker Street. A great finish it was from Sonny Carey. But as we said, they probably have been the better team, and it's going to give Pete Wild something to say to his players now, because once again he's made the changes. It's up to these players to show what they're capable of, and at the minute there's maybe a few of them that haven't quite managed to do that yet.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be pleased at all, and I think when you're coming in and you're wanting to impress the manager, you give it that extra 20%, and to be fair, they look like they're about 30% down really to what they should be, and he won't be happy with the intensity of that first half, but we know what he's like. He'll go in there, and normally we will see a different Barrow come out, and hopefully we do in the second half, because they haven't been good enough. He knows that, and Blackpool are there to be taken as well, so it's not as if they're out of the game. It's just they need to up their own game.
Yeah, it's definitely the case. I mean, when you look at the bench as well, I mean, in terms of changing it around there, I mean, you've got Dean Campbell there potentially in the midfield, but it is very much reliance, isn't it? If the players in this start 11 don't do it, it's the young players that are going to have to step up to the plate. You expect them more than ever to be very keen to impress, especially if, you know, for someone like Sam Bellis, if Courtney Duffus and Jed Garner aren't pulling it out, he's very much going to be chomping to get out there to say, well, I'm here.
Yeah, that's exactly it, and that's what they're there for. And yeah, that's what. And Pete Wild, if you're not doing it, he'll know that them young lads will, and that's what they're for. And I got like Etaluka as well. I'm a big fan of his. He's come on, he looks lively all the time, and I've seen him in pre-season. He looks really good as well. So he's shown that he won't be afraid to throw him on either. But just going on Dean Campbell there, they're missing somebody like him, and obviously we've got you Tom White and Keane Spence, but you're missing someone like him in that midfield just to get his foot on the ball. You can see Jed Garner is getting deeper and deeper, which then isolates Duffus, and it's like a knock-on effect. But he's the one that you're missing in there to just get the ball on the turn, then play it out, and just get your team up the pitch.
Certainly, I mean, in a word of it, I mean, that's exactly what Lucas Stevenson has been doing, hasn't it? There's been many a time you've seen him, first instinct, when he gets that ball, he's sending it forward. I mean, David Worrell was probably unlucky with that one just before, but he's certainly impressing out there, isn't he, out this midfield for Barrow?
Yeah, I was going to say that before actually, and he's probably the one person that has impressed me the most actually. He's not afraid to put a tackle in either. We've seen that he's gone into flying into a few tackles, and not afraid to put his head in either. And yeah, he's shown his passing ability, so he's been the shining light in the first half. He just needs somebody in there with him to get his foot on the ball and help him out a little bit.
Do you think that's what it's going to take now in this second half? Do you think they need to throw a bit more caution to the wind and actually have a bit more of a go, because they do look rather placid at times, don't they?
Yeah, and I fully expect them to as well. After half time with Pete Wild, we know what he's like. I expect them to come out a totally different animal, and I reckon they'll be good 20 yards up the pitch, further up the pitch, pressing them a little bit higher. We can't let them have the ball for that long at centre back at all. And I'm expecting to see a totally different Barrow in the second half with a bit more intensity.
Well, Barrow fans, 81333, starting message with the word Cumbria. You can tweet at BBC Cumbria Sport. Get us on WhatsApp, 08321 333. Again, start your WhatsApp message with the word Cumbria. We'll be back for full second half commentary here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, on DAB Plus and on our medium wave frequencies. Barrow trailing at the break here at Holker Street. It's time to take in commentary now from Carlisle United. They are underway against Accrington Stanley at the Wham Stadium, with the company of James Phillips and the former Carlisle and Barrow defender Simon Grant. Yeah, welcome back here to Holker Street. Second half action about to get underway here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, on DAB Plus and on medium wave frequencies. Carlisle United against Accrington Stanley continuing on our FM and Freeview channel. We're currently 0-0 at present, 15 minutes played in the first half there. Blackpool have made a change at half time. Matty Virtue has made way. He's been replaced by the midfielder Tashan Oakley Booth in the second half. He spent time alone at Lincoln City last season. He's just come on now to make his second appearance for Blackpool this season. But certainly in terms of how that first half went, Jason Walker, it's going to take a big effort now. They need to change things around fast in the second half.
It is, but the positive thing is only 1-0, Adam, and they haven't played great, and they can only go up from here. And you get at them, you put pressure on that centre backs, and anything come. I know there's not much of a crowd here, but there's still 1,000 fans here. You get these fans on you, something to shout about, and yeah, anything can change, and they are there for the taking. They still score a goal against these.
Barrow get things back underway, attacking from right to left in this second half. They've got a throw in deep inside the Blackpool half over on this left-hand side. Elliot Newby's going to leave it for Rory Feely to be the man to take. Everyone else making the moves inside the penalty area. 30 seconds into this second half here at Holker Street. Feely's throw into the box, easily dealt with there by Petita. Comes straight back to Feely. And his ball forward is cut out very well there by Jensen Weir. I'll get it back again though. Rory Feely back outside to Tyrrell Warren on this left-hand side, and his ball forward easily dealt with again by Doug Tharm at the back. James Chester battling to try and win possession back for Barrow, but here come Blackpool now, wading forward with the goal scorer Sonny Carey, and Dembele's made a great run in behind the Barrow back line here. The flag stays down, it's flicked across into the penalty area here for Owen Dale, just couldn't get the shot away. Still in possession inside the Barrow box. He's been forced back by Tyrrell Warren. Eventually it comes out to Jensen Weir on this right hand side into Tharm. Tharm's ball forward again now to Oakley Booth, who's just come on at half time, holding it up by the corner flag. Threads it back inside again here now for Jensen Weir. Now Kenny Dougal, he goes back to the halfway line for Petita. Barrow surviving that mini scare there, but Blackpool still in possession.
Yeah, it come from James Chester. I think he wanted a foul on the halfway line. It was never a foul, and yeah, a good break by Blackpool. But to be fair, again, I think he's done well tonight as well. Rory Feely, good tackle on Dembele.
Tharm knocks it outside him now here for Oakley Booth, who sends it into the box, cut out by Tyrrell Warren, and Robbie Gotts will eventually clear it over the halfway line, and the ball will go back into the Blackpool half. Does Trifgarder play for a Blackpool throw-in? She's taken by Petita into the penalty area. It goes to his goalkeeper Richard O'Donnell. Across to Doug Tharm on this right-hand touch line. Sends it forward into Oakley Booth. Now it's back with Petita. Back into the feet of Kenny Dougal. Now outside it goes for Callum Connolly, and the Blackpool standing captain will just knock it out to Dembele over on that left-hand touchline. Still 0-0 the scoreline. It's still 1-0 to Blackpool here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. We've played 3 minutes in this second half. Outside it goes now to Tharm, inside to Ekpetita. Just approaching the halfway line, plays a 1-2 with Kenny Dougal. Now Ekpetita will get it into the feet of Dembele, who's brought down there by Tyrrell Warren. That'll be a free kick to Blackpool inside the Barrow half on the centre circle.
Yeah, it was a foul. You can see straight away, sharp as anything. Dembele just takes his touch one way and sends the defender the other. It's good play. I'd like to see him in a, not that it's not a competitive game, but in a league game, and where he's really fired up for it, because I think he could be a fantastic signing for them.
Yeah, especially at League One level, as Doug Tharm knocks it inside again here for Kenny Dougal. Out the way across to the left-hand side for Dominic Thompson, who brings the ball forward here now for Blackpool towards the corner of the Barrow penalty area. Sends it outside him, and now it's threaded inside again here now for Kenny Dougal. Into the feet of Oakley Booth, and now out to Doug Tharm, to Jensen Weir. Weir, back inside it goes again here for Kenny Dougal. Blackpool just knocking the ball around well. Dembele comes back outside again to Tash and Oakley Booth, and now it's into Jensen Weir. Inside it goes again here for Dougal. Back it goes again to Dougal, now at Petita. Into Connolly. Again, it's just brilliant possession football here from Blackpool, just really much making Barrow chase the ball around in the minute.
It is, yeah. They're all comfortable in the ball, every single one of them, and you can see the patterns of play that they're obviously working on. And when they get it on the right hand side, they switch it and get it out to go to the left, and then come back again. It's fantastic to watch. It's really nice. It's really good football.
So again, it's Dougal into the feet of Callum Connolly. Outside to Dominic Thompson. Thompson again will go back to Connolly. Now back to Ekpetita on the halfway line. Cross it goes to Doug Tharm, who brings it over the halfway line for Blackpool, and then checks back, knocks it into the middle for Dembele, and then back to Ekpetita, into the feet of Dougal. Dougal lifts it over the top, and that's just going to run into the hands of Josh Lillis in the Barrow goal.
Yeah, they must have kept the ball there for a good 2-3 minutes, and it's like I said before, it's good to watch. And as soon as Tharm gets that ball on this right-sided centre half, you can see Sonny Carey. He's the one that goes in behind from the left wing, which leaves Thompson on the far side. That we've seen Dougal switch it out to him as well, but he tried a little one to Carey there.
A foul on Sam Foley will be a free kick to Barrow. Which Foley's going to leave here, I think, for Tyrrell Warren to be the man to take, and he knocks it inside for James Chester. Chester, outside it goes to Rory Feely, into Courtney Duffus, and then back it goes again to James Chester. An experienced defender will just knock it into the feet of Sam Foley, back to James Chester, now into Tyrrell Warren. Robbie Gotts, good ball forward. Elliot Newby will chase onto it on this left-hand side here now for Barrow, approaching the edge of the penalty area. Back it goes again to Robbie Gotts. Corner of the box, just looking for a chance to deliver. Has to go back outside again. Elliot Newby back in possession. Blackpool have thrown bodies right the way back here inside the Barrow half as Robbie Gotts delivers it into the box. Cleared away. Brought down on the chest of Jed Garner. Few shots of handball there for Blackpool, not given. Stevenson, now Foley. Outside it goes to Tyrrell Warren now, and now it's into the feet of Robbie Gotts. Now Sam Foley. Back it goes again to Warren. Inside it goes for Garner. Cushion ball into Robbie Gotts. Chipped into the box. Slice clearance. Comes to Gotts. Inside to Garner. Barrow again unable to get the shot away. Blackpool clear. In the end, David Worrell has to knock it all the way back to Josh Lillis in the Barrow goal. He lifts it high. Doug Tharm gets underneath it. Now Jensen Weir. It's a bad header backwards from him. Goes out of play for a Barrow throw-in.
Yeah, good play down the left, keeping the ball as well. Barrow, that's much better. Would have liked to have seen Newby cross the ball. He's one-on-one with the defender. We know he can go either way. He's got to try and commit him a little bit more.
It just seemed to be the case of just no one willing to take a shot on, isn't it? I mean, we saw at the weekend how, you know, a pot shot, as much as it was, can end up being that touch of quality. And just it seemed that people were afraid to have a go there.
Yeah, especially when you're in and around that box.
Throw from Rory Feely, touched on by James Chester. Now Sam Foley on to Stevenson, back into the area it goes, cleared away again. Feely, now Elliot Newby, great turn there from Newby. Corner of the box, whips it into the area, cleared away by Petita. That drops out of play for a Barrow throw-in.
Yeah, he held his hand up in apology there. He had a lot of space. He slightly hesitated, which then closed the angle down. He should have whipped it in straight away. He knows that, you can see that, and that's why he's apologising to Jed Garner. But a lot better. Cuts inside, great turn and a bit of movement. Just need both strikers doing it, both strikers gambling.
Still no sign of any movement from the Barrow dugout. It's James Chester into the feet of Lucas Stevenson, the two deadline day arrivals. Now it's back with the Barrow goalkeeper Josh Lillis. Lifts the ball high, goes 2-5 high for Courtney Duffus, cleared away. Sam Foley chests it down. Now Courtney Duffus is brought down there. There'll be a free kick. It's Doug Farmer who's involved, and that's hence the reaction from the supporters. He's on a yellow card already, Doug Farmer, the Blackpool defender.
Yeah, good play by Foley, picking up the second ball, chest it, and it was a foul, but it's never a second yellow card. If you get a second yellow card for that, you get him all game. But no, it's not a yellow card. But yeah, it's another foul against him, though, and you've got to get around him, like I said in the first half.
It'll be a free kick around 40 yards from goal here. Sam Foley standing over it, hands on hips at the minute. Everyone else backing away towards the penalty area. Elliot Newby has just peeled right out to this left-hand side, and at the minute he's in acres of space on this left-hand side. Elliot Newby for Barrow. Nobody in a tangerine shirt has even picked him up, and it is sprayed straight out to Elliot Newby. Newby's cross charged down there by Dembele. It's back into the feet of Tyrrell Warren. Warren threads the ball through, and that's just going to run all the way through out of play for a goal kick to Blackpool.
Yeah, again, just looking at his reaction, he's disappointed with his delivery, and rightly so. If anything, he could have probably faked the defender that time, because it's a winger coming out to close him, not a defender. He could have just chopped inside, but yeah, at least he's getting on it a lot more, and he's creating a little bit now.
It's one of those, wasn't it, where maybe they took a bit too long to play the ball to him, because I mean, we spotted it straight away and they held it for too long, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. I don't know if they had to wait for the referee's whistle or not. I wasn't sure. I didn't even hear it, to be fair.
Doug Farm gets the booze, and he lifts the ball forward into the Barrow half, runs on a play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Barrow, which is taken there by Tyrrell Warren, brought down on the chest of Courtney Duffus. He goes down again on the halfway line, and again it's Doug Farm involved, and now Jensen Weir has just thrown himself in there. It's going to be a free kick to Barrow, and the referee keen just to make sure that everyone's behaving themselves. Last thing we want to see is it starting to spiral out of control.
Yeah, I think it was something to nothing. I think I'm not 100% sure he heard the whistle and just tried to carry on a little bit, but it was something to nothing. But like again there, it's into Duffus' feet. He can hold the ball up really well, and first half we're just launching it to his head, didn't work. Much better. That's 2 fouls already he's gone in the second half.
Barrow have it now with Rory Feely. It's a bit of a wild one there for him. He miscontrolled the ball, had to dive into a tackle with his second ball. Stevenson looking for David Worrell, and it's now into the feet there of the goalkeeper Richard O'Donnell. Sends it across to Doug Farm. Now it's cleared away there by Dembele onto the head of James Chester. Now Sam Foley flicks it on there for Tyrrell Warren. Back to Sam Foley. Inside it goes again to James Chester, and now into Lucas Stevenson. Outside it goes to Rory Feely now for Barrow. Brings it over the halfway line. Plays a 1-2 with David Worrell, and again dives into a challenge, Rory Feely. Stevenson will bring it down under control. So inside to Tyrrell Warren. Now the referee is going to call a halt to proceedings here. Asking for another ball, the referee. Must have been from the challenge there from Rory Feely. I can only think of. Looks as though we are going to see a couple of Blackpool changes in the offing here now. Knocked down at the feet of Lucas Stevenson. Now James Chester, 1-2 with Rory Feely. And it comes outside here to Tyrrell Warren, just behind the halfway line here for Barrow, inside his own half. BBC Radio Cumbria Sport here at Holker Street. Barrow trailing by 1-0. We've played 58 minutes in this EFL Trophy opening group stage encounter. So ball goes forward again. It's headed away by Doug Tharm, and the play goes for a Barrow throw-in. Now let's see that double change from Blackpool very, very shortly. Barrow have taken the throw-in quickly, so it won't be made as of yet. Sam Foley, nice little touch out to his left-hand side. It's Elliot Newby into the box. Great touch by Jed Garner. Now Robbie Gotts pulls it back, and it's blocked out of play by Doug Tharm. It's going to be a Barrow corner.
Yeah, again, it's all down this left-hand side again. Fantastic play. That was one-touch football. That much better, and it's right in front of this crowd as well, and you can see them, they're up for it again now.
Blackpool were about to make the changes, but I think they're not going to bother as they are defending a corner. The referee just indicated to the bench for the changes to be made, but they've ignored that. Corner swung into the box. It's headed on by James Chester. Doesn't quite land. Flicked back into the penalty area again here from Barrow. Comes to David Worrell in the end, who gets a shot away, but it's a scuffed one into the hands of Richard O'Donnell. Long clearance onto the halfway line, straight onto the head there of Robbie Gotts for Barrow. Now James Chester into Lucas Stevenson, out to the left-hand side it goes here, and David Worrell now carrying it forward, threaded into Jed Garner. Him and Courtney Duffus both colliding with each other, and in the end Blackpool can bring it away. Courtney Duffus wins it back though for Barrow. Back out to David Worrell again, carrying the ball forward towards the corner of the box, sends it outside to Duffus, delivered into the area. Garner stretches out a foot, can't make contact though, it bounces across him, and Blackpool clearing out of play. Great movement again from Barrow.
It was, yeah. The last 5 minutes been all Barrow and much better.
No surprise to see Doug Tharm is being removed from the play here now for Blackpool. He's going to be replaced by Matthew Pennington here, their second change. The boos ringing out from the Barrow supporters. I think there'll definitely have been some concern there from Neil Critchley and his coaching team that Doug Tharm could have been removed in other ways.
Yeah, the last thing you want in these games is going down to 10, well in any game really, is going down to 10 men, and Critchley's recognised that, and rightly so. He's probably probably one foul away from probably getting that second yellow, so it's a correct call.
And the other change that's being made is Kwaku Donker coming on to make his first team debut. The under-18 graduate for Blackpool only signed professional forms this summer to play for the under-21s. He's going to come on in place of Jensen Weir. I think Blackpool were wanting to make another change over on that far side, but they've taken too long making it, and the referee's ordered for them to get on with play. Brought down there by Dembele, lifts it forward. It's going to be brought back for a foul on Dembele. Free kick to Blackpool.
Yeah, just going back to Barrow there, much better. They're on every second ball, picking it up. Gotts winning header on the halfway line. It's brilliant, much better, and great cross by Duffus. And I think Garner did actually get a little touch. He just couldn't get enough on it, but much better play by Barrow.
It's going to be a free kick to Blackpool just in front of the halfway line. We're going to see that further change now made here, and it's Dembele who's going to make way. And coming on in his place is Killian Kouassi, the former Sutton United forward, making his Blackpool debut. 46 appearances, 4 goals for Sutton. And he's going to come on now with an opportunity here against this Barrow back line. Dembele just hobbles his way to the touchline, but he has been a thorn in Barrow's side tonight, hasn't he? As Blackpool take the free kick quickly, and it's Sonny Carey puts it across the face of goal out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was lucky. Just didn't connect with it, Carey, there with his left foot, but great quick free kick. But yeah, going back to Dembele, he's looked sharp and everything like that, like you'd expect him to, and like he was when he was 16. You can tell he had ability. You can see he's got that ability still, and it's fantastic to see him play.
Ball sent forward by Barrow, but it's Connolly there to knock it back to his goalkeeper, O'Donnell. A long clearance forward, back onto the halfway line. It's touched on there by Kouassi. It's cleared by James Chester. It's just going to run again towards the touchline, goes out of play, and it is going to be a goal kick to Blackpool. 63 minutes played here, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 1 on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Still 0-0 in our FM commentary. Accrington against Carlisle. As it's Blackpool in possession. Knocked into the feet there of Ekpiteta. Now Pennington. Pennington again back to Ekpiteta on the edge of his own penalty area. Still no sign of any kind of movement on that Barrow bench. So Pete Wild still very much looking for the team that he has starting the game to be the team to turn things around for them here.
Yeah, they've got to have that 10, 15, 20 minutes to prove that they are, and they have done, to be fair. First 15 minutes it's been all right, the second half, and a lot more intensity. It just maybe needs a couple of fresh legs in about five minutes time.
Knocked around again on the halfway line, and it's Dougal back into the feet now of Oakley Booth, and now it's into Pennington. Pennington goes back to Ekpiteta on the edge of his own penalty area. Threads the ball through to the halfway line here for Owen Dale, who gets chopped up there by Robbie Gotts, goes to ground, and it will be a free kick for Blackpool, who still lead by 1-0. The goal coming just before half-time. Sonny Carey on the 45th minute, giving Blackpool the lead. Back here now with Connolly. Inside it goes to Ekpiteta, and now Pennington again. Back inside it goes to Ekpiteta. Cross now to Kenny Dougal, who just brings the ball forward, the Australian international. Onto Tashan Oakley-Booth. Barrow standing off at the minute. It's just given Blackpool so much space to move into the penalty area. Tashan Oakley-Booth puts it across, blocks. Back inside it goes, saved by Josh Lillis. It was Pennington who got the shot away. Still not fully cleared. Kenny Dougal now will take the shot on, and a play goes. It's taking a deflection. It'll be a Blackpool corner.
Yeah, but it came from what you said, Adam. It's just sitting there. They were just standing there and sitting back, and it was really weird. Like, they were passing the ball, and then Barrow weren't even sprinting towards it to try and close it down. It was a strange one, but got away with it again, and great save by Lillis.
Very much surviving there, Barrow. It's another opportunity here for Blackpool. 65 minutes played here at Holker Street. Corner about to be delivered into the box. Again, plenty of players along the line there of Josh Lillis' goal. They're all cramped inside that 6-yard box as the corner goes right into the area. Kouassi got his flick onto it. In the end, it drops wide of goal, and out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, he got his head on it. It only must be a yard wide. If that's on target, it's a goal. But going back to that, I'm all for keeping your shape. You're away from home, you've got a shape to keep, and I get it. And if you're against the League One side, like we've seen it in the Bolton game, you can't gamble too early in them sort of games, and he was rightly to do that because they were unbelievable. But I think now again you're again in this trophy, in this EFL Cup, whatever it is, you've got to go for it. You're an hour into a game, and you've just got to push on a little bit, and just come out of what you've been told to do, and just go for the game.
So here's Rory Feely with a throw in for Barrow, just in front of the halfway line. Throws it back into the feet of James Chester. Now across to Tyrrell Warren. Over the halfway line then. Outside to Elliot Newby. Inside it goes now to Robbie Gotts. Cross to Rory Feely on the halfway line. Turns, knocks it back into the feet again of Josh Lillis, who hits it first time right onto the head of Matthew Pennington. Lucas Stevenson flicks it on, but no one in a white shirt able to win the ball. Sam Foley will win the follow-up though, and it's now back with Rory Feely. Back inside to Lucas Stevenson. Now Tyrrell Warren. Warren just holds it up inside to Sam Foley now for Barrow. Cross it goes to Rory Feely. Back into Lucas Stevenson. It was a heavy first touch, and Kenny Dougal just charge into a challenge now. Threads a great ball through here for Owen Dale. Good defending again there from Barrow. First the hold up from Sam Foley, and then the challenge from Tyrrell Warren.
Yeah, just like the goal in the first half, it comes from Barrow losing possession inside Blackpool's half, and you've seen what they can do on the counter attack. And to be fair, Dale will be disappointed, and you can see I can see his reaction already. He should be taking a touch and probably just getting his shot away. Another lucky escape for Barrow.
That's Rory Feely inside his own half. Back inside it goes to James Chester, and still no sign of any movement at the minute from the Barrow bench. We've played 68 minutes now here at Holker Street. Robbie Gotts into Elliot Newby. Newby holds it up well, lays it down the line. Till Warren made a good run, but the ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw into Blackpool inside their own half, which is going to be taken by Kwaku Donker, the 18-year-old, making his first team debut for Blackpool this evening. Throws the ball forward here for Kawazi. Good challenge on the halfway line there, and now Barrow have it with Robbie Gotts. Has to knock it out to the left to Elliot Newby. Brings the ball forward. Referee waving play on after a foul by Robbie Gotts off the ball. Warren, now Gotts. Now Sam Foley driving forward from midfield here for Barrow. Gets outside of this left-hand side. Foley delivers it into the penalty area. It's good defending again there by Matthew Pennington, one of the many second-half subs for Blackpool. Clears it away. Picked back up again by Elliot Newby. He'll drive forward. Sam Foley outside it. Foley inside to Gotts. Back it goes to Foley. Back to Gotts. Midway inside the Blackpool half. Gotts again. Looking for Courtney Duffers. It's cut out there by Pennington. And Kenny Dougal will get it back to his goalkeeper O'Donnell. Good bit of footwork there by Blackpool, and now it's Tashan Oakley-Booth who comes forward. 69 minutes played, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 1. Here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, the opening round of games in Group A of the EFL Trophy first round. Of course, not in action today, Liverpool under-21s or Morecambe. They are the other two sides in competition in Group A. Again, the ball forced back into the Blackpool half, but it's Blackpool who are happily just stroking the ball around in possession. Eventually launch it forward. Josh Lillis there to gather it.
Yeah, you can see with Blackpool that the minute their centre-back got it there was literally 3 runners going in behind. It was really good to see, like, they're gambling as well, but I think Barrow are missing a little bit. Just a midfielder to join them strikers going behind. You've seen it with Foley before when he drove past them both. It creates an opportunity. I think one of the midfielders just got to get beyond the strikers.
James Chester on the halfway line into the feet of Rory Feely. Now David Worrell lays it off for Feely, who loses possession and then has to dive into a challenge, gives away a free kick. And now eventually we are starting to see a bit of movement from that Barrow dugout. Looks like Shona Taluku is being prepared there on the touchline. Is the other person Sam Bray, I think, is it? Sam Bellis, I think, potentially about to come on to make his Barrow debut. Two of the club's B team recruits. So here comes Robbie Gotts again now for Barrow. Brings it over the halfway line, still going with it. Knocks it out to Elliot Newby on this left-hand side. Newby inside to Jed Garner, who's forced all the way back to the halfway line. And sends it across to Rory Feely on the right-hand side. Now Lucas Stevenson. Looking for David Worrell. Worrell taking a touch. Back it goes to Stevenson. Now back to Rory Feely. Inside to James Chester now, and now across to Tyrrell Warren. Still on the halfway line. Out to Elliot Newby. Now Robbie Gotts. Back again to Warren. Trying to shape outside his man Warren there. He's got it into the feet of Jed Garner. Garner again just retreats back and then knocks it into the feet of James Chester. And the experienced defender will just bring it to the halfway line and knocks it back out to Tyrrell Warren on this left-hand side. He'll drive forward here now for Barrow. He rolls it inside to Robbie Gotts. Gotts returns it to Warren inside the box. Pulls it back. Great effort by Duffers, saved by Richard O'Donnell, and Blackpool there to clear it away. The first time that Barrow have opened Blackpool up. Great goalkeeping, keeps it at 1-0.
Yeah, it was a good save, to be fair, but I was literally, when Warren picked it up on the left-hand side, there was nobody in front of him. He was thinking about the backward pass, and I was
shot from distance, cannons up the crossbar, and over the bar, and out of play for a goal kick. It was Jed Garner this time having a go.
Yeah, I couldn't see who that was, but judging by the shot, I could kind of gather it would be Jed Garner. But going back to that one, there's loads of space, like for 2-1, just to drive into. For the little 1-2 we got, it's fantastic. And Duffers, to be fair, got on his weak foot, got to hit the target. Good save.
Best moments of the game for Barrow there, inches away from finding that equaliser. Rich O'Donnell is going to leave it to Callum Connolly to take the goal kick here, so I wonder if he's maybe picked up a bit of a knock in the process of making that save, the Blackpool goalkeeper. Here come Barrow now with Jed Garner, holds the ball up well, threads it into Sam Foley, edge of the penalty area, Foley pulls it back, shot comes in from Garner, and O'Donnell again gets down to make the save.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that shot, Jed Garner, because we know his quality from outside the box, his techniques, he's unbelievable. But yeah, it just comes again from Foley being close to them strikers. He's not normally the one to do it. We know he likes to drive forward, but that's where it's come from. You can see him now. He's trying to urge his team off as well. Look at the gap between the Foley and the defence. Everybody needs to get up.
Rich O'Donnell certainly does look in some kind of discomfort inside that penalty area, doesn't he? He was just wincing away when he cleared that ball just before, and you could see him touching towards his knee area, and the ball goes back to him again here, and he has to take a touch to get it under control. I don't know if that's a case of Blackpool just giving him a few touches to see if he's recovered there, but very much looking awkward. Ball cleared forward now here for Blackpool, and it's released. Kwaki Duncan on this left-hand side runs it into the box. That rolls into the hands of Josh Lillis for Barrow.
Yeah, that was lucky. He took a heavy touch there. Otherwise, it would have been a great opportunity for Blackpool.
BBC Radio Cumbria Sport here at Holker Street. We've played 74 minutes where it is still Barrow 0, Blackpool 1 on BBC Radio Cumbria Sports. Elliot Newby, inside it goes to Sam Foley, who buys the foul there from Owen Dale, and it'll be a free kick to Barrow on the halfway line. And what looked to be changes being made from Barrow. It doesn't look as though those changes are anywhere near in the offing now. I think very much lengthy discussions going on inside the dugouts between Jason Taylor, Sean Etaluku and Sam Bellis, who have been stood in there.
Yeah, they've been talking for a while, but I think that comes when Barrow have a little bit of opportunity and they maybe give him another little chance. But I think Etaluku is definitely coming on, and Bellis has got his bid back on there, so I don't know. I think he'll come on, and it's a good opportunity for both lads.
Here comes Barrow now with David Worrell, sends the ball forward. It's cut out by Dominic Thompson, stretching to try and keep it in play. It's gone out. It will be a throw into Barrow, and we are about to see Sean Etaluku come on now to make his second first team appearance. He got the run out against Stockport in that 1-0 defeat earlier on in the campaign. He's about to be introduced into the mix, although Barrow have taken the throw in quickly. James Chester knocks it into Robbie Gotts, now to Tyrrell Warren. Warren sends the ball through, looking for the run there of Courtney Duffus, but runs out of play. It's going to be a goal kick to Blackpool. And imagine now we are going to see at least one of those changes. In fact, both of them are about to be made. Elliot Newby is the man that's going to make way here for Sean Etaluku to come on to make his Holker Street debut. It's going to be his second first team appearance. But Sam Bellis is about to be brought in to make his Barrow debut. Scored in pre-season for the club, and he's going to come on in place of Courtney Duffus. So, first team debut for Sam Bellis, the former Manchester City and Southampton trainee. Jed Garner just going through some instructions with Adam Temple on the touchline there. And as we said earlier, it's a big opportunity for these B team players, isn't it? Because, you know, some of these more established first team players, you could probably say, just haven't quite performed out there tonight.
No, yeah. I was going to say it before when they came on. It's one of them. We go through it with James and Grandy at the start of the show, and it was, do you approve of these sort of competitions? Is it whatever? But it gives these lads an opportunity. This is what they want. Will they get much league action? Not right now, they won't at the minute, and these are the sort of games that they will get. So it's a fantastic opportunity for them. And like you said, Donkor for Blackpool as well, 18 years old. I think, did you say it was his debut as well? And it's fantastic for them as well. So yeah, it gives them an opportunity, and hopefully they take it.
Barrow have it with Lucas Stevenson. Back across it goes here now for Tyrrell Warren. Outside to Etaluku now. Certainly, both him and Bellis very much impressing in pre-season, weren't they? Bellis, who took his goal very well in that second half against Fylde earlier in the campaign, and Etaluku on many occasions looking very much in place in this Barrow side, wasn't he?
Yeah, we've seen a lot more of Etaluku, and that's why I can comment more on him. Bellis did well against Fylde, but I've been impressed by Etaluku as well. His energy up and down this left flank is brilliant, and he works hard for the team, and that's what you're asking for these young lads.
Worrell knocks it back again to James Chester. Outside to Sam Foley. Lifts the ball over the top, looking for Bellis there, but it just runs away from him. Goes out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick to Blackpool. Clock ticks on, 78 minutes played here, still Barrow 0, Blackpool 1. Don't forget, in the event that Barrow do find an equaliser here in this game, and it does finish as a draw after 90 minutes, then we will have a penalty shootout to decide who will pick up the bonus points as part of the EFL rules. It is a group stage. Ball thrown out to this right hand side here for Donker. Plays it into the feet of Owen Dale. Ball again looking for Donker on this right hand side, up against Etaluku, slips, and it goes out of play, and it will be a throw into Barrow inside their own half. 79th minute here. BBC Radio Cumbria Sport at Holker Street, where it's still Barrow 0, Blackpool 1. Carlisle United still 0-0 approaching half-time in their game against Accrington Stanley, as the ball lifted forward. That's just going to run through into the hands of Richard O'Donnell, who's been very, very crucial for Blackpool in this second half. Made very good stop to deny Courtney Duffus just before. And the crossbar's still rattling for the follow-up from Jed Garner.
Yeah, we know what he's like when he hits them. Yeah, he hit them. I think it was Sutton, wasn't it? He hit the bar as well, and I think that's still rattling as well. But yeah, he's made a crucial save as well. But then again, you can say the same about Lillis in that second half. That was a great save as well. So two good saves by the keepers.
It's back with O'Donnell. Knocks it into the feet of Kenny Dougal. Back it goes again to O'Donnell for Blackpool. Lifted high towards the halfway line. Lucas Stevenson ducks his head down and then flicks it on, but that's just going to run all the way through out of play for a goal kick to Blackpool. Closing stages here at Holker Street. Looks as though Blackpool preparing their final change of the evening, and it's Owen Dale who's going to make way. And he's going to be replaced by Albie Morgan. So midfielder coming on for the forward. I wonder if they're now just deciding to tuck things in here just to try and see things out now with that one goal lead. Looks like Kawasi's going to be kept up there on his own, doesn't it? Donker's tucks really much out wide on this right hand side. It does look as though they are going to go with just that lone striker.
Yeah, I think it is.
0-0 at half time between Carlisle United and Accrington Stanley in the EFL Trophy Group stage. Don't forget, following the conclusion of this game, full second half commentary on all frequencies to come from the WAM Stadium. Barrow still in possession here with Jed Garner inside the Blackpool half. Touches it into the box, and it's cleared away by Ekpatita out of play for a throw-in to Barrow. Still in this contest, 9 minutes left. Sam Foley, inside it goes now to Jed Garner. Just carries out to this left-hand side, Etaluku in front of him. Garner ignores him, goes back to Sam Foley. And Foley again, driving from midfield. Into Etaluku. Just Barrow looking for that one moment of quality here to find an equaliser. James Chester looking to provide it, but his ball forward is cut out. And once again, it's Blackpool who come forward. Threaded out to this far side, and it's Thompson, delivers it into the box. In the end, wrong foots himself, puts it out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick to Barrow.
Yeah, showed great pace, to be fair, down the left did Thompson, but yeah, it must have clipped his right foot before his left. We've all been there, and it's an embarrassing moment, but we've all been there.
kind of outpaced himself, didn't he, you could say.
Yeah, I thought Feely had blocked it, but yeah, clearly not.
Josh Lewis preparing to take the goal kick here. We've got 8 minutes remaining here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. And clearance forward, right onto the head there of Dominic Thompson. Cannons off David Worrell. Now Kenny Dougal will get in there. And Lucas Stevenson again just throws himself into a challenge. Wins Barrow a throw in on this touchline. David Worrell not happy with something that's gone on in there, and the referee now keen to have a word with Dominic Thompson, and a yellow card is produced to the Blackpool winger.
Yeah, I don't know what that was for. I couldn't see him. Maybe he held the ball and then threw it away. I'm not sure. I think that's what Worrell was going on about. I didn't see him. If he has it, you get yellow cards for that these days.
Challenged by Jed Garner. Knocks it across to Tyrrell Warren. A bit more intensity here from Barrow in the closing stages. Outside it goes to Etaluku. Good challenge there by Donker. Now Sam Foley. Bringing out to this far side. Touches it onto Jed Garner. Comes back again to Etaluku. Now James Chester. Out to Rory Feely. Now Lucas Stevenson. Bring the ball forward here now for Barrow. Into the Blackpool half. Delivers it into the box. Comes off the top of the head of Petita. Drops down for Etaluku on the edge of the area. Fed out to Tyrrell Warren now for Barrow. Approaching the touchline, buys the challenge there from the Blackpool midfielder Oakley Booth. In fact, it's Donker, who made the challenge. Goes on a play for a Barrow throw deep inside the Blackpool half. We've got 6 minutes remaining here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Barrow with a throw in. Plenty of players inside that penalty box for Rory Feely to aim for, and it is that long throw into the box onto the head of Petita. Etaluku jumps up well, flicks it into the middle, but it's cleared away. Tyrrell Warren losing out. Blackpool now wade forward here, and it's Albie Morgan on his own. Slides it across. Kouassi's made a great run into the area, and Killian Kouassi on his Blackpool debut will finish it off. A great counter-attack. 2 players involved. Morgan into Kouassi, and the game is done now for Barrow with 5 minutes left. It's Barrow 0, Blackpool 2.
Yeah, it's a good play by Morgan and Kouassi, I guess. So you could say that from a Blackpool point of view, but it's poor from Tyrrell Warren. He was literally 70-30 for that ball, and he knows. You can see he's hanging his head now. He should never let Morgan get to that ball. He's just watching it, and Morgan's on the move. It was bad defending, really.
Yeah, Barrow again shooting themselves in the foot. And it's Blackpool leading by 2 goals to 0 out here. Looking in a great position now to progress into the next round of the EFL trophy with that victory here tonight. Barrow, they've still got the 2 games remaining on the back of here. They face Morecambe on the 10th of October before that final game at the meeting with Liverpool under 21s here at Holker Street. But I mean, in terms of it, 10 changes made. We were saying at the top of the show, it's opportunities for players. And again, we're just harking on to the fact that some of these players just have not stepped up to the plate tonight for Barrow.
Yeah, and you can say they've not played many games, but I don't think that's an excuse. They're all fit enough lads, and I just don't think they've pushed themselves enough. Could go Lucas Stevenson, maybe Sam Foley in this second half. Rory Feely, I think, has done well, but he's been playing anyway. And yeah, but it's just one of them where you've got to take your chance a little bit more. You've got to impress. You've got to show what you can do a little bit more than what they have done tonight.
Yes, it will be food for thought for the Barrow manager Pete Wild. We'll get you that reaction as soon as we can following the conclusion of this game. I will imagine that it would be played out after the conclusion, of course, of Carlisle United's game against Accrington Stanley. 0-0 at half-time in that game. Barrow preparing another change over on that far side. Looks like it's going to be a first-team debut for Owen Bray, another one of the B-team recruits. Pete Wild opting to give Paul Farman, Dean Campbell and George Ray an extended break, because as we were saying before, on the back of today, it's 11 days before Barrow find themselves in action again with that trip to Newport on the 16th of September. Etaluku into Sam Foley. Now it's Tyrrell Warren. Across it goes to David Worrell over on the right-hand side. Back it goes to Josh Lillis. Josh Lillis really has been helpless for both goals, haven't they? Just two two very well taken finishes, but both shouldn't really have got to that instance.
Yeah, exactly. Both from Barrow mistakes, and you can see he's actually arguably played well as well with that save. When he's been called upon, with what he's done, he's been good. He's done everything right, and that save was a great save. But it's just it's been exposed by his defenders, unfortunately. Well, I say defenders. Sorry, it was lost in the Blackpool final third as well. So you can say strikers or whatever it was as well.
Lucas Stevenson is going to make way to be replaced by Owen Bray. It's, as you say, probably the one player in the first half that could really take any presence from his performance. He really has been he's put the effort in that centre of midfield. It's just the rest of the players around him, isn't it? They just haven't stepped up to that.
Yeah, he's put himself about, made tackles, and to be honest, Adam, that's minimum. That's what you should be. That should be a given in every game, that you're grafting and working and intensity and putting yourself about. But yeah, he's done it the most, and it's like you say, he stood out the most, and that's why.
David Worrell inside towards Owen Bray. Challenge comes in. It's going to be picked up by Rory Feely to take a throw in here for Barrow midway inside the Blackpool half. We've got 2 minutes plus stoppage time remaining here. Barrow 0, Blackpool 2 in the EFL trophy. Throwing to be taken here by Rory Feely. It's a long throw into the box. Drops down inside the penalty area, cleared away. Right up into the air here again for Rory Feely to hook on. Too high for Sam Bellis. Etaluka will jump up again brilliantly there, flicks it inside, but that's just going to drop down into the hands of Richard O'Donnell.
Yeah, you can see already he's got a good leap on him, Etaluka. It's good. I enjoy someone that can jump very high. That was kind of my forte up front anyway, but no, yeah, he's done well on 2 headers.
It's being picked up again here now by O'Donnell. Threads it onto the edge of his own box, touched on by Albie Morgan, who did brilliantly there for the second goal for Blackpool. Great counter-attacking move, and here he comes again now, carrying the ball forward. He's got Concord outside him. It's gone again, Albie Morgan trying that switch ball across, but this time it's cut out by Barrow. Inside to Etaluku, and referee is going to stop play because Barrow have Tyrrell Warren down inside the Blackpool half. George Ray is getting to his feet, so I imagine will be introduced for stoppage time. I imagine it'll be Tyrrell Warren coming off for him.
Yeah, I would think so. I didn't actually see what happened, to be honest, but he looks in a little bit of pain.
Elsewhere in the EFL trophy, it's Wimbledon 1, Stevenage 1 approaching full time. Fleetwood leading 2-0 against the 10 men of Tranmere in the closing stages. Forest Green 3, Shrewsbury 0, Gillingham 2, Leyton Orient 1, Northampton 1, Oxford 3. That's the games that gone underway at 7 o'clock in the half-7 kickoffs. It's Barnsley 1, Grimsby 0, Wrexham 1, Newcastle 0. 5 minutes of added on time to be played at the end of this game. And in the games just about to get underway for the second half, Accrington 0, Carlisle 0, Bolton 2, Salford 0, Bristol Rovers 3, Cheltenham 0, Crawley 2, Charlton 2, Harrogate 0, Nottingham Forest on the 21s 0, and Port Vale leading against Crewe by 1-0. And in our local action, Kendal trailing by 1-0 against Colne. That's half time in that game, so big 45 minutes for Kendal if they are to keep their unbeaten record going. As Tyrrell Warren is back to his feet here, he's limping towards the touchline. George Ray has just put his bib back on in the dugout. I wonder if they're just going to allow Tyrrell Warren to see out the time now in stoppage time. A minute into it now, 5 minutes of time added on. Josh Lewis sends the ball forward into the Blackpool half. Jed Garner bringing it down on his chest, gets a touch of fortune, bends a shot goalwards, and it's taken well again by Richard O'Donnell in the Blackpool goal.
Yeah, it's on his unfavoured right foot, but he just tried to start out wide of the post, just didn't get enough on it.
And a reminder of the attendance tonight, 1,436, 202 of those who have made the trip from Blackpool, and they're going to be the ones heading back. Extremely delighted. That 2-0 lead here, they're going to be taking the first blood in the EFL Trophy group stages. All headed inside here now on the halfway line, and it's Albie Morgan. Outside it goes to Donkey. Back inside again to Albie Morgan. Back to Dougal. Morgan again. Outside to Pennington. And Pennington again, inside it goes to Albie Morgan. Back outside to Pennington, who just brings the ball forward, gets the better of Robbie Gotts, then lays it across to Dominic Thompson over on the left-hand side. Blackpool looking for a third. Into the area it goes. It's cleared away by Rory Feely. Goes beyond Jed Garner. And Petita now will pick it up. Into the middle it goes, and Albie Morgan, and now back again to Marvin Petita. Into Pennington. Pennington outside to Oakley Booth. Inside it goes again now to Albie Morgan. Plays a 1-2 with Kenny Dougal, and then goes back to Petita. We've played 3 minutes of time earlier on. 2 minutes remain here at Holker Street. Barrow trailing by 2-0. Oakley Booth, now Albie Morgan looking for the run of Kouazi, the scorer of Blackpool's second goal, but that's just going to run back to Josh Lewis to clear it away. Into the head of Pennington. Now Tash and Oakley Booth rides up a couple of challenges. Blackpool just in commanding control now of this game here in the closing stages. Barrow chasing shadows at the minute.
Yeah, they're just, you can see they're 2-0 up, the half a yard quicker than Blackpool. Half a yard quicker than Barrow. Barrow just off it a little bit, and yeah, the game's gone really.
Etaluku touching it back to Josh Lewis. Now it's knocked into the feet of Tyrrell Warren. Into the final minute now of stoppage time. Tyrrell Warren, back it goes to Josh Lewis. Outside to Rory Feely. Now it's on by Jed Garner to Robbie Gotts. Pushing forward now here for Barrow. Robbie Gotts tries to thread it through. It's intercepted. Sam Foley dives into the challenge, but the loose ball's going to be picked up by Tash and Oakley Booth, and Pennington's made a great run from centre half here now for Blackpool. Flag goes up against him, free kick.
I thought it was offside, I didn't think he was going to give it, but they do now, they wait, don't they? But I did think he was like a couple of yards offside, or a yard offside.
It's going to be taken by Josh Lewis into the final 30 seconds here. Don't forget reaction to come from the Barrow boss Pete Wild from the conclusion of that second half between Accrington and Carlisle United. 0-0 at the break in that one as Josh Lewis lifts the ball forward. Rory Feely challenging with Callum Connolly. Handball given against the Blackpool captain. It will be a free kick, but I'm not too sure whether there'll be enough time for Barrow to take this free kick, because the clock now ticks on to the 95th minute.
Yeah, I think they'll just let him take this last one. That'll be the last attack, I think. I'm surprised if that was early on in the second half, that would have been a yellow card. Obviously he's caught Rory Feely and his hand's clearly up above his head as well, so he must have caught him with an elbow.
Free kick to be taken by David Worrell. Etaluku's there as well. In the last moment of this game here, 30 seconds over the 5 additional minutes now. It'll be Blackpool taking that first blood into the box. Tyrrell Warren touches it on. It's cleared to the edge of the area. Hooked back on there by Rory Feely. Too high there. Owen Bray battling away on the edge of the box. Pokes it back out to David Worrell. Now it's outside to Sean Etaluku. Having a run here for Barrow on this right-hand side. Being put under pressure there by Donkey. He's done very well there, Etaluku. Goes out of play, and it will be a Barrow corner. Still we play on.
Yeah, he did well. Just taking his man on, going either way, and gets a corner for Barrow.
Corner to be taken on this right-hand side. David Worrell it is who swings the ball in. Too high there for Rory Feely. It's cleared away, and then the referee says that's that. Blows the final whistle. It's Blackpool who get the first blood in the EFL Trophy group stage. Barrow on the end of a 2-0 defeat. Mistakes right at the end of both halves. First of all, allowing Sonny Carey all the time in the world to get it under control and bend it low into the bottom corner just before half-time to give Blackpool a 1-goal lead. And then on the 85th minute, a counter-attack after a mistake from Tyrrell Warren allowed Albie Morgan so much time to get through, and he laid it off for Killian Kouazi, and the former Sutton man was there to slot home the second of the game. They've had bright glimpses, Barrow, at times in this second half. I mean, the first half very much was a write-off, wasn't it, in terms of performance. Second half was a little bit better, you could say, but overall I think it's fair to say the best team has won this game tonight.
Yeah, I agree. First half nowhere near good enough. Second half showed glimpses of what they can do, and with their one-touch passing, getting in a little bit and driving forward from Foley and stuff. But yeah, I just don't think it was enough at all throughout the 90 minutes, and it was relatively comfortable for Blackpool. And yeah, like you said, they deserved the win.
I mean, it will be interesting to hear, you know, Pete Wild's thoughts on it, because very much it is the case, isn't it? I mean, we've said it on commentary. You know, we're not just saying this on the back of a defeat. It's very much the case. Some of these players tonight have been given opportunities, but they very clearly haven't taken them. It will be interesting. I mean, the look of his face, he does look a far from happy man there as he applauds the supporters in the grandstand.
Yeah, knowing Pete Wild, he won't be happy at all, and like you say, he'll probably expect more from his players, and the only positive he'll look at is he's got 90 minutes into some of them, 80 minutes into newbie and stuff, and that's going into 11 day break. He'll want that, and that's probably why he's rested quite a few, because to give these guys 90 minutes, but he'll have wanted more from the players that were out there.
I mean, that's the big thing, isn't it? I mean, we've said it so many times, haven't we, in games where you've got a big squad, and to be utilising that big squad, you need players to be putting the pressure on, aren't you? Showing that they want to be playing. And you know, if you're Dom Telford, who's been given the night off tonight, or you're Jamie Protz, who's been given off the night off tonight, you're going to be looking at tonight, you're going to be thinking, well, when we play in 11 days time, unless I'm pick up an injury in pre-season or during this break, that's me in that starting 11, that's me comfortable.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because it sounds not great, but yeah, when you look at it like that, it is. They've just won against Harrogate, the team's flying, and it's tough enough as it is to get in the squad without coming out here tonight and not performing at all. Glimpses of Jed Garner second half, to be honest, he was trying to get on the ball, but that's not his game. That's his game, getting on it, but I mean, he's doing the midfielder's job there, trying to get on the ball and then create for the strikers, which he should be that second pass. But yeah, I don't. If, like you say, if you're one of them starting 11 from Harrogate, you're quite happy that you're not under any pressure starting the next game against Newport.
I mean, we don't want people listening in to be thinking that this is all doom and gloom or anything like that. But it is hard to find any form of positive from tonight, isn't it? That's the worrying thing. I don't mean worrying in the sense of it's all going to be doom and gloom from here for Barrow, because, as you say, it is such a bright start to the season. But you know, you want the players to be showing that push for the shirt, don't you? I'm not in the team at the minute. I'm not considered good enough to play in that victory against Harrogate, but you want them to be showing when they get that chance that they are good enough. But tonight they haven't.
Absolutely, and it's hard to do, because I've been there. I've been on both sides where you are starting each game and you are comfortable and you're flying and stuff, but I've been there where you're not playing, and you've got to approach these games in exactly the same manner as if it was a league game, and especially if you're not playing, you've got to show that bite, that bit of difference, that the manager looks and goes, wow, he doesn't want it, he wants to play every single week. And I'm not saying they don't, because that's not what it is, and they're never going to ever, footballers never going to be like that, but you've just got to show a little bit more of that fight. I don't know what it was tonight, but it was, you could literally say 80 minutes it wasn't good enough. Maybe 10-minute spells it was all right, but I don't want to be, like you say, I don't want to sound too doom and gloom either, but I can't imagine Pete Wild will be happy either. And if he is, and the positives are that he has got minutes in their legs for an 11-day break, and they can have a rest now, go away and refresh again and go again, then fair enough, he'll take the positives out of it. But I can't imagine he'll be too happy with the performance.
Barrow fans, we'd love to hear your thoughts. 81333, start your message with the word Cumbria. You can